said it.
And I started. Shall we?
Yes, we shall. Oh, the chamomile.
Oh my god, I love the smell of it. Well, hello everyone. Just kidding. Hello everyone, welcome to Sister Circle, because sisters
Have problems too.
is right. And in this episode, finally, I have her time to be here with me as a
Stop, please. I got time on my wrist.
guest. A
Come
busy
on.
woman working all the time. It's so hard to find a time to be here with me. But anyways, welcome Magda Jeruha.
Hi everybody. Hope I live up to the hype and expectations.
Well, in this episode, we're going to be talking about a topic that is so close to our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a question that I ask myself every day.
That's just excessive. That's too much.
Why are we friends? Well, essentially, this week we're going to be talking about this thing called 7 pillars of friendships. So we're going to go through the reasons why, some of the things that we consider to be friend with someone in a long term and a short term. Yeah, both. Right? So do you want to tell them, like, how did we know each other?
So I would say that destiny put us together because we met each other at a voice personality hunt,
Which is
a hosting competition. In school.
When we were in year one.
When we were in year one, blur year ones decided to join this competition, and yeah, destiny put us two together as a pair. The second runner-up, third runner-up. So that was that. I mean, the competition was secondary, but when we started talking, we realized we had like so many commonalities, background, interest, and personality even.
Yeah.
And
we just got closer over time.
We just got closer over time. Yeah. Right person, right time, kind of stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I think we can just start diving into the 7 pillars of friendship, right? So the first one we have language and dialect. So I think actually the first two can go through together. Language and dialect, that's the first one. Second pillar is place of origin. So it's talking about your cultural aspect. So I remember that you have 2 best friends, right? That you have known since young.
Yeah, so my childhood best friends would be Ashi and Anjali, and I call them childhood best friends, though I met them only when I was 12, but I moved here when I was 5. So when I moved here, it was really like, transformative years to like getting a hold of friendships and stuff, and they were the first true friends that I found. And I think the unique thing about us was that we all speak the same language, except for Anjali. She actually is South Indian, but she understands the language. So you see, in that sense itself, it really tied us together. In terms of place of origin, all 3 of us, our parents are from India. And and in that sense, we share like common references to movies, to songs, like and of course celebrate like Diwali and like all festivals together. So I think my favorite memory with them is us doing this dance for our Hindi school on this song, just the 3 of us, and we didn't even care if anyone was watching, but we just had a blast dancing to that Bollywood song. And so I just think it plays such a big role, and I'm sure you can relate.
I think we all can relate to this experience as well, because I used to read one article that says when you speak different languages, the different language that you speak would touch on different sides of you. Like you would have different identity. Yeah. And you can connect with the person who speaks the same language with you better. Yeah. Like for example, like I myself, even though I live in Singapore, I have a lot of Thai friends. And it's not just that I'm not being myself when I speak English, but it's just that when I speak Thai, different sides of me shows up. With the use of language,
I know what you
with
mean.
the availability of the words that they have there. You can present yourself in a certain way that you can't do it in English.
Yeah, and it's also like so natural and effortless. And the funny thing is, even if I were to, for example, watch a Bollywood movie with like a friend who doesn't understand Hindi, they won't get the nuances of the language.
Yeah, it's a little nuance.
Yeah,
right?
that actually makes it funny or and unique, or like maybe something happens down the road, we see something and it reminds us of that scene of a movie. That person won't really get it. Yeah. But not that that's a problem, you see. But that is how it makes friendships with certain people more unique than it is with others. And being in Singapore, a predominantly English speaking country, I think it does hold value for me. Yeah.
Definitely. And the reason why we want to talk about these two pillars together is because it's overlapping in some sense, right? Like language has something to do with the cultural background, where you're from, right? Because it's about understanding that cultural context, the cultural clues. That allows you to be able to understand different nuances. The jokes that you talk about, like certain jokes, if you're from different part of Thailand, and you might enjoy different kind of jokes, different kind of language that you deploy in a sense. And of course, right, when we talk about the place of origins, just like many other countries in Thailand, we have different parts.
States.
We have different regions and all that. So yes, we can bond among the Thai friends, but if you are from my province or my region, you get what I mean,
it
right?
makes it even more unique.
Like
sometimes you meet people that you have never met, and you know that they're from not just your country but your province, and you're like, no way.
It's just that sense of familiarity with the language that they use, how they express themselves, present themselves, and you just feel that instant in like connection with the person because we are so similar, especially when you live in a different country or you live in like, you know, some other country instead, then it would just draw you closer to the person and makes you want to become friends with them. So these are the two pillars, and the third one that we're going to be talking about is educational trajectory. Right, how similar of the line that you are going through this, you know, educational trajectory. So I think Mark talked about our common experience in VPH, and I would count that as part of our educational journey.
Of course, it was in an educational institution. And after that we also ended up being in the same CCA where we learned about hosting professionally and etc. And I think in a way, I mean, in terms of educational trajectory, I feel like sometimes I organize my friends in terms of at which point in my educational trajectory did I meet them. So my JC best friends, my secondary school best friends,
primary school best friends,
best friends, and
and I think
we even bonded a lot over literature, because that is, even though we took the similar trajectories but different schools, but again, we have something in common.
I'm pretty sure that a lot of Singaporean friends would be familiar with the way that we identify ourselves or call ourselves. We categorize ourselves as science streams and art streams. You know, I definitely it's quite generic, like generalizing, but like in some way or another, when you call yourself as like a lit student, you would be able to connect with people who take lit as well for some reasons.
And it's funny how it changes over the years. For example, in secondary school, it's like express stream, normal acad stream, normal tech stream, and then once you go to JC, it is of course art stream, science stream. Once you go to university, biz kit, soci kit, this kit, that kit. It's always so different.
It's just that implication that when you are from the same kind of educational experience, it means that you share the same kind of experience together. Even though you're not really we're not there together in the same class, but on daily basis, like activities, the thing you do, you went through the same thing, and you feel like you could connect with the person better because they understand what you went through.
And actually, I mean, even to an extension of that, I would think educational trajectory also has a link to your socioeconomic background, because for example, you like someone who's from a middle income family wouldn't have the same trajectory as a high income or low income person. So in a way, like for example, if I were to share just for me, I think maybe when my family first came, we were relatively low income, just immigrant family trying to, you know, grasp the roots, and then of course eventually we started getting doing better. And then I went to, so in secondary school, I was in a neighborhood secondary school. I had a great time there as well. I met really good friends, and but they were of relatively lower socioeconomic backgrounds. When I went to JC, it was really high economic background. So but then also I was able to make friends, but then it was different kind of friends with different interests. Friends who like to eat acai all the time, friends who would spend $20-$30 at
Yeah.
one outing, and so I think it also matters that you match your socioeconomic background with your friend, because if your friend always wants to do bougie things and you can't afford it, then you would naturally not be very keen on hanging out with them.
It's just a different kind of lifestyles. This is something that my mom was trying to teach me back then, but I did not understand. She said, like, don't just choose friends who have just similar background with you. She's trying to make me conscious of that, even though we will naturally become very it's a natural thing that we will incline towards those who have more similarity between us, but it's a natural thing to hang out with those who have more similar lifestyles. But at the same time, if you want to be, you can be more conscious about it. That like can. If you can have a wider group of people that you want to hang out with, if you want to know more about the differences, if you are more open to learn about the differences, the kind of experience that they go through, and you can skip over that or find a way to compromise that differences, I think you would be able to learn something different from this group of people who live different kind of lives as well.
I mean, your educational trajectory also has like Thai elements to it when you were studying in Thailand, and then you came here. So it's just so interesting.
And it's quite different. Even though I went through the same kind, I went to secondary school here, JC here, but I think my experience is still very much different from my local friends, because the way that I perceive things, I don't feel like I entirely belong to this entire competition. I don't feel like I have to subscribe to all the labelations of and all that. So my way of experiencing is going to be quite different as well. But that's just the third pillar that we went through. And the fourth one, I'm pretty sure that we all know about this, right? Fourth pillar is interest and hobbies. Of course. CCAs, activities, the clubs that you join. From there, you would be able to bond with people.
I mean, it's foundational. It's if you can't do something together, then what are you going to do? Stare at each other? Like, for example, I could give you an example. My favorite activity is eating what he cooks. So that is my hobby, and we love to do this together.
That's what she prefers to call it a hobby.
And I mean, okay, serious note, we host, and we have that kind of interest. We also
love singing.
I love to hear him sing, and I love him singing.
No, Mark loves singing too. We do sing together.
So
we sing Adele song together.
Please don't ruin this. So musical background.
Musical background.
Yeah.
I think singing has been something that I've been doing since young. I love singing, and it's been something that I bond with so many people.
We're tapping onto the last pillar.
But the last pillar is more of like the taste of music. But this one is more of like a hobby. It's something that I do and bond with people, right? So I know that when I first came to Singapore and got into the government school and secondary school, I had a difficult time trying to bond with local friends. But through singing, because I joined choir, I was able to like bond with them despite a lot of cultural differences and language barrier. But we just bond over singing. We just sang together. We sang Adele's song. Adele has been forever in my life.
I don't even sing in front of anybody. I was singing in the shower once. My dad knocked and asked if I was crying. So that is how bad I sing. But with him, I'm just so comfortable and
we just have that pleasure, that joy together.
It transports us. It's just so it's calming. I don't know, it's weird.
It's just the activities that you do together, right? And I don't know, Mark and I, we just love exploring new things together.
We are open-minded and curious, so I think...
Do you want to tell them like what are some of the interesting things? One of the interesting things out of like 1,000 things we did. Choose one, pick one.
It would be this telepathy thing that we did. It was just so...
Okay, disclaimer, I know that not everyone appreciate like this sort of like ridiculous or whatever, but we just tried out. Right? So we just tried this thing called telepathy exercise.
It was freaky how like
you can try it out with your friends.
This is honestly freaky. Like, first of all, I would, because I'm not someone who really believes in like Mercury retrograde or like universe. I didn't used to until I met Chris and him. And he really I was just doing it for like...
Do you want to tell them how we did it?
yeah, we just held hands, and then after that we had to think of a number that the other person is thinking of. And it was really not like a guessing coincidence game because we played it several times, and
I got it correct.
and we got it right. And
Yeah.
it was, I can't explain it, but it was like we felt
It's
it.
instantly.
Instantly I felt what number is he thinking
Like
of.
once you open your eye, just say the number, and you're like, oh my god! And
Yeah.
sometimes he thought of 2 numbers.
Yeah, and he still got it. And okay, and we did this exercise later on once more. It didn't match.
didn't happen.
Yeah,
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen as
Yeah.
much. But yeah, so like we were doing it truthfully, and in
Yeah.
that moment we were really just very much in each other's energy, in the right state of mind, and it
Yeah.
just matched perfectly.
Okay, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is just about that connection that we
Yeah,
have, and
yeah,
that
yeah.
interest to explore things together
Yeah.
that we share. Even though, regardless in whatever realm, in whatever kind of like subjects or things that you're interested in, you just have that joy of
Yeah.
exploring and doing things together. So that's one of the reasons why we are friend with someone, right? And the next one, which is the 5th pillar, is worldview.
Yeah.
This one can be a breaking point to a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because like how different they are in worldview. It doesn't have to be political. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be political, but it can be just things you see in life, and people change over time as to how they view the world, and that can be one of the reasons why, you know, you just part, you know, you just get away from someone because you don't feel like we don't see things the same way anymore, and we're just too different.
Yeah.
Right?
Or, I mean, you can have different worldviews, but if you are, you know, tolerant of each other's worldviews, and then it still works, right? For
Yeah.
example, I went to Catholic junior college. People there are Catholic, Christian, whatever religion. They are still strong practitioners of their religion, but it's not that they judge me for my actions
Yeah.
or what, but their worldview is very much influenced by their religion. So I mean, to each their own, really. And if you understand that to each their own is a thing, and that's okay, then it works.
I think this boils down to the idea of respect and being compassionate and being
Yeah.
respectful towards each
Yeah.
other. Like I know one of my best friends. She's Christian, and I just want to find out more about what she believes in. So I went to church just to find out what she's listened to, what she's learning about from church, and understanding more about really personally about her.
Yeah.
I just want to know more about what she believes in and all that. And I also have like I had a grad trip after my JC. I brought my friends, my Singaporean friends, to Thailand, and of course in Thailand, most of the people are Buddhist.
Yeah.
So there are certain practices, certain beliefs that we believe in that might be different from how people believe here.
Yeah.
And they were very respectful,
Yeah.
and they were very like open to just listen. You don't have to subscribe to it. You don't have to like I don't know, it's just being respectful and just listen
Yeah.
with understanding that that's how things work in this country or for these people.
Yeah, I think I really think that it becomes like a breaking point, a tipping edge, if people are not respectful of your worldviews. Like mine are very much influenced by my families, and you know, deep seated in Indian cultural roots. And if somebody is gonna be out there making fun of it, I think at first when I was younger, actually. I would be very tolerant of it because I thought that it would make me unique, and I'm the funny girl, so it is okay for them to make these jokes. But as I grew up, I realized these are actually not about having different worldviews, but rather that they have wrong racist views.
Yeah.
And that is when I decided that, you know, if somebody has such views, it is alright for me to let them go and not have them part of my life. Like, I don't need to be liked by everybody. And if our worldviews are going to collide, then
but there are so many other different aspects. There's a reason why we call it 7 pillars of friendships.
Yeah.
Because your friendship does not just rely on one aspect of it.
exactly.
Yeah, so even though one doesn't work, you still can work on other 6 pillars of friendships.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So,
I would
yeah.
say that, but I would also feel like worldview is like a straining one. Like if it is weak, the other pillars really have to work very hard for you to
Yeah.
stick to that friendship.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
sometimes worldview can link to the idea of ideology and
Yeah.
it's linked to the identity thing.
Yeah, if you think that you don't agree with the other person, you're gonna go out and go painting together. Like, how long is that gonna last? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, something for you to consider and work on in other pillars as well.
To chew on.
And that is the fifth pillar, worldview. And moving on to the next one. Well, for a funny girl like Magda and a crackhead like me, we appreciate this pillar so much. It's called sense of humor. So you would just be able to bond with someone so well when you enjoy the same kind of humor together.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Mira, no offense. I love Mira. But Mira is so... I know a lot of people are into memes. You are into memes too.
Yeah. Who isn't?
I am not meme educated.
He's weird.
I am not.
He's weird.
Why are you discriminating me now? But anyways, like, they just enjoy memes. And I did not get it at first. I was like, why are you imitating someone else expressions? I didn't get it, okay? So that was like difficult for me.
Yeah.
To
I get
like,
it.
because people are laughing at the same thing, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
So it just but it shows that, you know, when you share the same sense of humor, that you would be able to connect. You are thinking of the same thing. You understand the meaning of what you're talking about. And yes, slowly I adopted the meme culture.
Finally.
I kind of learned a little bit here and there, consciously learning about it. Yeah, like, Pooja, what's this meme?
Oh my god, that is old. Mira,
I know,
Mira,
but like...
update him, please.
But anyways, and I know that you and Pris, our dynamic of humor is like on one level, but yours and Pris is just a whole new level.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pris always tells me this, that she always ages backwards when she's with me, and I can see why. I take it as a compliment. But actually, I really just don't really have words to, like,
how are you like
our
with
humor
her?
is just so nonsensical and so absurd that it's just stupid. Like, we would...
I think just comfortable to show different sides of you, even the
Yeah.
most childish, ridiculous
like we
sides
say
of
hi
you.
to each other with our toes, and like
Oh my God.
and we just make funny faces, and like we change our voices in public. We don't care what people say, and and the thing is, like, when we are with each other in terms of humor, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not. When we are with each other, it's really like, it sounds so cliche, but I really just feel like my world is wrapped with her. Like, I don't really think about what's around me or who, like, someone would die right in front of me, I would probably not know, because I'm just so much like so engrossed.
Oblivious.
Yeah, I'm honestly oblivious. Yeah, and I think that's one of the like, she is literally one of the best friends I've had. And humor has had such a big part to play in this. We don't see each other every day, but we send stupid TikToks to each other every single day. That makes me laugh, that makes her laugh. And it just makes me feel like our humor, though we didn't communicate, was communicated in one way or another.
Yeah.
And
I think it's great. Can you imagine, I'm pretty sure you have experienced this before, how magical it is for you to just be in a conversation, and for example, someone walks into the room, and you and your friend have the same kind of thoughts together.
it's insane.
It's just funny. You just look into each other and started laughing.
And sometimes I feel bad because it's rude in a way, but
But it doesn't have to be rude, but you just like have the same kind of like.
But it's so funny.
You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
So it's just magical. It's just like so. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what's the word to describe it. It's just like so mesmerizing to know of another person who shared that same thought with you.
Yeah, and it's insane. Like, I can't believe you are thinking what I'm thinking, and that makes it even funnier.
Yeah, at the same point.
At the same point. Yeah.
It's just funny. So that is the sixth one, and now we've come to the last one. Eventually, which is the taste of music, and it might be. It's not exactly overlapping with the one I talked about earlier, which was about singing.
Hobbies,
it's more of hobby, but taste of music is about the way you choose to express yourself. At the same time, music is about how that melody resonate with you, or lyrics resonate with what you're feeling right now, or the kind of genre is like a lifestyle that you choose. Like, for example, Mark and I, Adele all the way.
Adele.
It's Adele lifestyle.
It is the Adele lifestyle. Like, I like just before this podcast, I was like, I came here and my payment is for you to sing Adele's new song "Easy on Me" for me. But it's just so crazy because I am not someone who's musically inclined. But yeah, we do have like similar music tastes in terms of loving an artist, and he's of course exceptionally musically inclined, and for someone who's a novice like me to still be able to bond with him. So I think that is special.
Yeah, it is very special. And I myself, I listen to different types of music. I listen to Thai song, I listen to English, I listen to Chinese. And I would be able to bond with different people of different countries to music too. Yeah, because we just enjoy the same kind of thing together. Like for example, one of my best friend, Manjun. Yeah, she is a lovely Chinese Singaporean girl. She loves singing Chinese songs very much, and we just bond over listening, singing to the same kind of music.
Yeah,
and we just appreciate it. And these are the 7 pillars of friendships. Just like that. 7 pillars of friendship. What we are trying to say here is that friendship is very dynamic. There are different aspects of it. Some people, they're not sure. I think you now can be more conscious about how you would want to develop your friendships.
Yeah.
If you feel like, I feel like I have not really explored this aspect with this person before.
One of the pillars
you can try. But at the same time, if you can meet the person who can share with all the 7 pillars, that's good for you, but not everyone. Not that thing would not happen to everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can share these 3 aspects with one person and the other 2 or 5 with the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can start observing in that group of friends as well. Which friend do I share this aspect more with? Yeah. Just to be learning more about yourself as well, learning more about your friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now is the time for quick question and answer.
I'm so excited about this. Okay. I really don't know what's going on with this. So.
Okay. I actually have only 3 questions.
Okay.
Ready? The first questions. Okay. What is your biggest turn on?
Turn on? Like in a guy? He's a gentleman.
Okay. What's your biggest turn off?
He smokes.
Okay, next question. What would you tell your younger self about friendship?
That you will meet the right people at the right time. You're not gonna die lonely, and yeah, like everything's gonna fall into place.
Magda Jeruha!
Thank you for having me on Sister Circle, because I'm a sister who has many problems. So
thank you for coming here. And if you guys really enjoy this episode about 7 pillars of friendship, or you feel like you have similar experience you would like to share, you can comment down below and we would be happy to read all of them. You can give us feedback whether you enjoy or you find this thing that we talked about useful.
Yeah,
we would appreciate it very much.
And I hope you go back home today and ask any one of your friends that why are we friends?
And it helps you be more conscious and learn more about yourself in this aspect of friendship too. And here we have it, Sister Circle, because sisters
have problems too.
I will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.